Hello, North Charleston. I'm announcing today that I'm running for president of the United States of America.
It's very game show feeling, but you know, it's different than others. Go ahead, Tim. Tim Scott has finally formally announced his plan to run for president of the United States. Start a little odd there, but he did go straight into his qualifications with the very raucous crowd there. And one of those things is about his past academic achievements or lack thereof. More.
By the time I was a freshman in high school, I wasn't doing very well. As he said, I failed 4 subjects: Spanish and English, world geography, and civics. Now, for those of you not familiar with civics, civics is the study of politics. I will say this though, I'll say this. Hey, hallelujah, yes. I'll say this though, I'll say this. After 10 years in the Senate, I am not the only one failing civics in the nation's capital.
Pretty good line there, Tim. I failed civics in high school, but I'm not the only one failing it here in Washington. You probably should have said, I'm not failing it anymore, just everyone else. You're still part of the problem. Damn, stumble again. By the way, I just wanna make a quick note here. Republican presidential candidates that happen to be black, for some reason, recent history, Herman Cain, RIP, Ben Carson, and now Tim Scott. There's something about some clout I guess you gain when you tell all your supporters there that you're a failure in school in some form or fashion. Remember Ben Carson said, I failed so much, I just sucked. I wanted to stab my friend or roommate or mom or something. And also he just wasn't very smart and he had to pray for God to get him through a test. I believe Herman Cain did the same thing, but definitely Tim Scott here as well. I'm a failure, I sucked, I was stupid, I was violent, I'm an angry black guy. Vote for me. But I'm reformed now because of the graciousness of the Republican Party. That's how you get in good with them. Here's the next version of this, the next part as he went forward with his announcement. Man, somebody did my man Tim wrong. Let's go to this.
Strong, but our president is weak. America is not a nation.
By the way, the clip did not just end, you guys. His mic ended and it continued to end. No, the button's not there. Oh, see, this is the point when you're on stage, and I feel bad for the dude here, where your head kind of gets hot, stomach starts turning, you're like, somebody fix this, because now I was in the middle of like the greatest moment of my political career. Here, give me a second mic. No, that one ain't working either. It's corded, but it still isn't working. Here, maybe you take this one. This is not my fault, you guys. This is totally not my fault. All you can do is sit back, grin, hold both mics. He even has a lapel mic on his shirt too. Nothing works.
All right.
It's the best he could do. I understand. By the way, full disclosure, I've said this before when we talked about Tim Scott. I have a weird soft spot for Tim Scott, even though he is towing this line of stupidity and carrying the water for these racist Republicans in any turn that he can, because he has a couple moments of clarity in his past. But of course, running for president, he can't do that anymore. Let's jump past that SOT for you guys. I want to go straight to his campaign signage. Because look, that's always something that goes into it. People like to see certain things that stick out to them, and maybe they'll remember when they vote for president. Let's go to what his campaign is showing then, as they maybe put this on a lawn, or maybe this particular one is a fan and a couple of pom-poms. Tim Scott for America. Can you guys make out Tim Scott in there outside of the bald head and maybe the particular ears? But there's no features on this creature that's on this Tim Scott paraphernalia, because he's a faceless black dude here. It's an odd thing. Maybe it's a choice to be something different. I would love to know the thought process behind it, but people have definitely jumped on it. One being Max Burns, friend of the show, friend of the network as well, says Tim Scott's logo. of a faceless, sightless, voiceless black Republican is maybe the most accurate summation of Republican values that I've seen. Again, maybe he realizes it too. Maybe whoever put this together is pulling another okie doke on him because they got him on the microphones. And now they got him on the you're just this faceless black dude. We don't care what you really look like. We need a black face. Don't fall for it, bro. Whose decision it was, I don't know. Maybe I'm giving too much of a benefit of the doubt to Tim for being played like this. But still, here's one more aspect of it, because Jahan Jones over at MSNBC was laying into Scott. This is what he mentioned as far as this aspect. He said the senator's political profile is pretty simple. His role in the Republican Party as the Republicans' only black senator is a role commonly played by black members of today's conservative movement. He's largely used to rebut and downplay allegations of bigotry lobbed by Republicans over their agenda, replete with anti-black, anti-immigrant, anti-LGBTQ, and anti-woman rhetoric. Yeah, many Republicans have that in general, but when you have a different look here, background, tell a different story, which he has a very particular story, maybe it'll appeal to other voters to think that all those things that are off-putting about this party aren't so off-putting. Maybe it'll get him 3 to 5% in the polls. We'll see. But still, there's another aspect here because he's played this up, and I missed this back in 2017. I can't believe it. But again, Jahan Jones over there at MSNBC did point this out. Do you guys remember this from 2017? Tim Scott was helping the Republicans push Trump's tax cuts, which screwed over most normal Americans and gave more money to the richest among us and corporations as well. So he was looking to sell it, and this is the way he decided to sell it.
When we talk about tax reform, we should remember the second component of tax reform. It's about growing our economy so that the jobs of the future are created and manifested here at home. If I could say it as simple as possible, I would say that this tax reform conversation is about hashtag keep yo money.
Hashtag keep yo money. He had a different video where he's holding a piece of paper, had the hashtag written out. So it wasn't just him saying yo money to play it up, and then all those fellow Republicans behind him started chuckling like, yeah, you go black guys, say it like you guys say it. But actually written out, keep YO money. This is where he frustrates me. And I feel like even this is, you guys can disagree with me all you want, and you probably are right. This is where he, in my opinion, I think he's doing the dance. And he really doesn't feel very comfortable doing it, but he feels that he has to. Tim, you don't have to, bro. You can still be a black Republican and maybe stand on your own thoughts and your belief systems in the way that you actually are. You don't have to play this game. You probably won't get very far not playing that game, but from the looks of it, you're not getting that far anyway.